which again,
that's
great. Like almost half the price of a cruise.
Hear more about this deal and others on today's episode, where we go through the best Black Friday travel deals. If you're traveling in 2024, this is a must listen.
Welcome to the Travel More podcast.
Each episode, we share custom itineraries, travel hacks, expert advice, and even stories of our past travel failures to help you level up your travel game.
I'm Shelly, a lover of plans, itineraries, and cheap flights. I'm an expert deal finder with one eye always on the budget.
And I'm Bruce, the improviser, ready to pick up where plans fail to turn letdowns into unexpected trip favorites. We're here to bust through barriers that stop you from making your travel dreams a reality.
So book that flight, buy the tickets, and say hello to your next adventure.
This is the Travel More Podcast. Welcome back to the Travel More Podcast.
Welcome, and welcome to the holiday season. I think we can officially say that.
I feel, well, wait, don't the holiday season start with Halloween? You don't consider that? I guess it's not the holidays.
I was going to say yes, but it's like a different kind of
Include
holiday.
Halloween. That's my hashtag now.
Oh my gosh.
Include Halloween in the holiday season.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just not quite the same holiday. Like, it does have a totally different feel.
Yes.
Thanksgiving, I love Thanksgiving. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like brushing off Thanksgiving, but it definitely rolls into the Christmas spirit. There's not like a specific Thanksgiving vibe.
You're right. It's more of a festive season.
That's what I mean.
I feel like there's fall festivals, there's Halloween, and then the holiday season.
The holidays, right? That's what I mean. So I think we can all say we're officially in the holiday season this week.
It's the best time of year.
Yeah, everyone agrees.
Well, not everyone.
Not like Christmas in July. No, I just meant like everyone agrees it's the holiday season.
Yes, everyone agrees. This
Christmas
is
in July
100%.
or September or whatever else. But this is it.
And a busy travel time.
It is a busy travel time. We do travel quite a bit on this busy holiday time, I feel like, but we do it in a different way. Like, we travel still in the off times. You know what I mean? Like, even though we travel sometimes on Thanksgiving and Christmas, like, we travel, like, Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, right, because the worst time to travel. Well, when are the flights busiest?
I literally think it's either the day before each of those, so
That's
Christmas
probably
Eve,
the worst.
or if it's a Tuesday or something, it's probably that Saturday before.
I was going to say the weekend, because a lot of people will take the week.
Right.
But I can't imagine having to travel Christmas Eve or Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
No.
That's always on the radio.
So if that's what you're doing right now as you're listening to us, Godspeed.
Yeah, good luck to you.
May the force be with you.
I hope to be where I need to be by that time already.
Yeah. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you do have to travel. So we're talking about the nice parts about holiday travel, though, which is all the deals that come around.
Yes, it's also that season of the year. You know, it used to just be Black Friday, but now
now it's like a month.
They send it's like, the whole month is just Black Friday deals. It makes no sense.
So we're recording this in real time. So this is the week of Thanksgiving, and I literally have already had a Black Friday deal expire on me.
I was going to say, it's like,
I was like,
you're too late. I'm like, wait a second. Do you know what day it is?
It has not been Black Friday yet. But also, before we get too far into today, I do want to just give a shout out because we had a really fun speaking engagement last week with the Travel Junkies of Colorado Springs. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We got to talk all about points and miles, which is maybe my favorite thing to talk about. Literally, you have to cut me off because I was going to say,
I feel like we tried really hard to make a 30-minute presentation.
It was definitely over an hour.
An hour plus.
Yeah, we had to get cut off because the Zoom meeting cut off. And I was
that's right.
Well, at least there's something to help cut them off.
Well, there's so much to talk about with points and miles and travel hacking that this is why we kind of broke it into different episodes in the summer.
Yeah, I was just talking to my dad who's visiting from Memphis, and oh my gosh, this hurts my soul.
Travel hack fail.
Oh, so bad.
Pour one out for Barry.
Yeah, it just makes my heart hurt. So I got him on the Chase train because he's already in Capital One. He's drank the Kool-Aid. He's all with us in terms of points a mile. He sees the light. He understands why it's amazing. So we got him on the Chase train, and he got it. He was all into it. And then when we left, he was kind of like, wait a minute, I only get 3 times the points on dining. It's going to take me forever to add up to anything substantial. I think I'm just going to go back to Capital One. I like them better. But he did that before he hit the minimum spend.
Oof.
Oh, so he missed out on the bonus points.
It's the worst, guys.
Literally, he said that, and I feel like I almost shed a tear.
My heart broke.
Oh my gosh.
My wallet cried.
Oh, so
my first class flights.
He was like, He was like, you can use this story as long as you give this like the warning, the like tale.
It's a cautionary tale.
It's a cautionary tale. He's like, and if you're not sure why you got a card that you got, please reach out before it's too late to have someone confirm it so that you can not make that mistake.
Like, keep tabs on cards you open, for sure.
And if you are really confused as to why you opened a card and it's because of us, shoot us an email and ask, why do you think I opened this card? And we may be able to point you in the right direction. So anyways, going back to our travel deals of Black Friday.
Oh, wait, there's one other shout out, though, from our Buy a Coffee.
Oh, buy a coffee.
So thanks so much, Dawn, for buying us a bunch of coffees. We so appreciate it.
Yeah. I just love those almost more for the message than the like couple bucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I really like
the money's all obviously great, but it's just so fun to like and see that there are people out there listening. It sometimes feels like you're talking into a void. So it's so nice to
and it's
get
nice
some
to know
feedback.
what people like and the things that you're taking away from this. So thanks so much.
Yeah. So let's save you some money on some travel for 2024.
Let's do it.
This is my favorite thing, of course. So I've done much research. So I'm going to try to make this not so research heavy and more fun. But we'll see how I do. So, of course, there's Black Friday deals everywhere, like $2 TVs and things like that. And travel deals are good. They're not quite that good. But there's some, I mean, I've scoured the internet and have found some pretty good ones.
They're still worth it. So if you're not sure about gifts, I definitely think this is something to look at because there are some good deals right now.
Yeah, and if you have a friend or a family member or something else who is like a traveler, but you don't necessarily know what to get them, like where to start or anything, I think the best gift you could give somebody is a year of Scotch cheap flights or going,
the gift
as
of
it's now
going.
knowing. The gift of going. I just, we talk about them maybe once every other episode. So you know that we love them and we use them all the time. I've had them for like 5 years now. But right now their membership is 50% off until I think November 30th. There's not even, like, I'll leave a link in the show notes, but...
Yeah, it's about, $25 off for the year.
Yeah, but it's only it's only $50, so that means it's $25 for the year. So it's a really easy...
You're buying more in coffee at Starbucks in a week than you are
It's also a great gift. It's not even that expensive. It's like even
it's not.
That's like a pretty good like office Secret Santa gift even.
That's true because think about it, $25 isn't a lot of money, or rather $25 off. So it would be $25 for the year, right? For the basic. And what you're really getting somebody is potentially a really cheap flight on a trip that they've been wanting to take. So it's such a compounding
I mean,
thing.
listen, as a reminder, $350 to Paris, $400 to Greece, $400 to Portugal for Christmas. Like, we've got some really amazing deals. And right now, there's like $300 to essentially every country in Central America for the spring. And it literally makes my heart hurt that I can't take advantage of them. Because they're amazing deals right now.
And those fares that we've gotten out of it have all been around peak travel times, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's
we
not
can
like we're
only
in shoulder
travel
season.
in the worst of times. So, yeah, travel season, oh, my gosh. You can pretty much go for free, it feels like.
That's a good gift idea. Going. Yeah. The gift of going.
The gift of going. I'll leave a link in the show notes. So we had a great response to our cruise episode. So I'm bringing up some good cruise deals because it seems like you guys like to cruise, which I don't blame you because we've had some really fun times on some cruises.
Dude, I gotta say, I never thought I'd like cruising as much as I do.
Yeah.
And I think one of the big reasons why is the same reason I've enjoyed going to like Disney World, especially when we're in Florida.
It's like all inclusive. It's just so nice. Like you don't have to think about it.
It's not travel as much as it is just relax. Like things are taken care of.
It's so nice.
And when we talked about travel styles, like it's definitely, I would say, like, and we said in that episode, everyone should try it out because the more I look at cruises, the more types of cruises I find.
Right, and actually,
they're not all just Carnival in the Caribbean.
Right, and today's is a great example of that because I think it kind of runs the gamut.
Exactly.
So the first one is Virgin Voyages, which is where we went to the Bahamas for Virgin Voyages, but they also have European cruises. They're 30% off right now, and they have like a $600 bar tab as like an extension, or up to a $600 bar tab. But they're pretty generous with their bar tab. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't think like, oh, that's only like if you do the most crazy expensive.
Yeah, because we had how much? 300?
Well, more than that.
Per person?
It's not per person. So this is actually a good point that you bring up.
Right, that's right.
It's per stateroom, which I actually think is great because if you have a person who like doesn't drink as much as another, which I think is often the case, you have kind of one person who drinks more than another in a couple. It's just per stateroom. You don't have to both get the same thing, which I just think is such a great perk because I think a lot of times you have to both buy it and one person's kind of like, I'm not going to get the use out of this.
That could happen for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that makes it easier.
Yeah, it just makes it a lot easier. For you and I, it was perfect. Even though we do kind of drink similar paces, like we did not need more money in our bar tab.
No, I don't think so. I think
we literally at the end were trying to spend it. We were like, I guess we'll get some caviar and some champagne. And
that was a choice.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite.
Cheers to those people who like caviar. I don't know.
We're not one of them.
Anyway, good point, because we got some fancy things like that, and we didn't even come close to hitting.
No.
Yeah.
So my point is, that $600 bar tab is fun. It's essentially free drinks if you go on a 4-day cruise. Their drinks aren't that expensive.
No.
Like, they're not super highly marked up or anything.
No, that's my point. Like, you can get nice stuff, and it wasn't like, oh, this is a $30 drink.
Right,
it should be $15
exactly.
because we're giving you this money. No.
Right, exactly. So that's a good one. If you're thinking about a cruise, if you want to try Virgin out, that might be a good time to go. They're not that expensive. So 30% off with a $600 bar tab, that's a good Christmas
really
gift.
Fun.
Yeah. The next one, maybe our favorite cruise of all time.
Celebrity
cruise. Man, that was so good.
I definitely think that's like, when I think about my style of cruise, that was probably one of my favorite because it kind of combined a couple different things. It wasn't straight party.
No.
It wasn't straight like, I don't know. There was like a mix of travel, adventure. It was fun.
Well, we listened to lectures about the destinations we were going to with the
Some
fancy
people
martini.
might think that's really lame, but
Yeah,
I'm here to say I
may.
enjoyed it.
We did enjoy it.
Watch
I had a really
PowerPoint
fancy martini
presentation.
in my hand while I was doing it.
It's like
that was free.
We chose
It
to
was
like
part of the package.
go to school while we were on vacation.
Listen, if you don't know, that's the type of people we are at this point. Like, you gotta listen to a few more episodes.
It became a thing though, because the guy they hired to do that, I feel like, was a character of his own.
That's what I honestly not even sure what his
job.
Yeah,
role?
well, no, his qualifications. Like, I don't feel like he was a professor. I feel like he just was a British guy. And they're like, this guy sounds like he narrates like nature documentaries. This is a great guy to do this.
That was his only call. He was just an actor that they gave a PowerPoint to do, and everyone thought he was an authority because of his nice British accent. That's
and nice clothes. I mean, I did. I trusted him. He was like, go here, and I was like, will do. Like, I was into it. So anyway, Celebrity Cruises is 75% off the second guest, which, again, that's like almost half the price of a cruise. Because, I mean, 75% off the second person, half a cruise, usually it's the same price for two. So, $1,500 a person. So that's like almost half off. Plus, this one actually made me up to an additional $600 in onboard credit. That one may be a little stingier because their prices do include like a bar tab, Wi-Fi, gratuities. So when they say $600 in onboard credit, they probably do mean like if you book a penthouse suite. But there's probably some.
Yeah, that's why they always advertise their biggest thing. To. But it's like nobody's getting the like exclusive spa access suite. You know
right, what I mean? Right. But I would expect Celebrity to be a little more stingy than Virgin on that, because they include drinks in their prices.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting probably like a basic stateroom with a view, maybe it's
maybe $50. Yeah, 100 exactly.
Yeah. Which is still nice though.
Well, especially when you're not paying for drinks.
Yep.
Like, what are you spending on? Not, I don't even think, can't remember what did cost money.
Well,
on
you
Celebrity.
can upgrade your drink package because there's like a base and a premium.
Okay, so that would have. Excursions, right. That would have been the thing, excursions. I thought their excursions were not very expensive either.
No, and they were okay, but I really don't think we needed them because we just went into the places, so. Yeah,
but speaking of that, if you don't remember our trip with Celebrity Cruises, we went on a 7-day, like, I know sometimes you say, like, up to 75% off, and you're like, yeah, what does that really mean? We did go total cost was $3,000 for the two of us for 7 days in the Greek islands, with like I said, including the drink and all of that. I think that was a fantastic price.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I really think that was quite the deal. So if you can get anywhere close to that, I think that's the way to go. We also extended our trip 3 days with a fairly inexpensive hotel in Athens. And you could do that, or you can use points and miles to get a fancy hotel in Athens. And then it's a 10-day vacation for $3,000 while you're exploring the Greek islands.
Yeah, I mean, because then there's no stress getting to your destination.
No, you just literally are like on this floating luxury hotel as they chauffeur you to the next Greek island.
Don't make the mistake Shelly and I did of thinking we could take the local transport to the cruise terminal, because I got us to like Terminal 1 and it was like Terminal 8, which was like 4 miles away.
With all of our luggage?
With not really a appropriate pedestrian walkway.
No, we were like on the street. It's funny when you said like don't make the mistake, and I actually was like, which one? Because there were actually a couple we made. Also walking up the caldera.
I'm pretty sure we walked through like a Coast Guard. There was like a like a barricaded
Oh,
military.
yeah, but I'm talking about when we went to Santorini, and instead of taking the donkeys or the...
Oh, we walked the donkey path.
Yeah, we walked. It was like a serious hike.
Listen, by the time we were halfway there, we had our pride kept us going.
Well, what are you going to turn around? Like,
that's true.
You're halfway at that point, but it was a miserable halfway. We should have
rode a donkey.
Yeah, at that point, we should have just been like, someone come get us. It was hot. But anyways, we made a couple mistakes there. Still an amazing trip. Would not trade it for the world. Variety Cruises is another one that this one we haven't done yet, but it's like so the top of our list because it has like these really cool, really niche type, like ports that with the bigger boats can't go to.
Mm-hmm.
Like things like Cape Verde, Tahiti, West Africa. They have some deals and they're about $2,600 a person for 8 days. So definitely, more expensive than you would get on the Greek cruise or like the bigger cruise lines like Virgin or Celebrity. But I mean, these are bucket list trips.
Oh, for sure.
Like these are intense places. So I still think that's a really great deal.
I know. I've always wanted to do one of the smaller boats. They look really cool.
A little scary, but what's an adventure without a little bit of scary?
There has to be a little fear.
All right, let's talk flights.
All right, there's some pretty solid flight deals this year. The first one is Frontier. They have their unlimited pass back again. So it's $4.99 for the year, but you'll renew it at $5.99.
Yeah, like when it comes back.
So it's like $100 off for the year. And it comes with Silver Elite status, which is free bags and seats if you book before the 30th.
Yeah, the November 30th. Now, the thing about the Frontier Pass, Frontier is kind of like Spirit or Allegiant, so it's definitely budget airline. But that Silver Elite with the free bags and seats, that does kind of put it up a notch, because that's usually what kind of costs you an arm and a leg with these budget airlines is like, yeah, it's cheap until I pay bags and seats and all that. So the fact that those are free is pretty awesome. The only thing that you want to look for is sometimes, like, just go do a couple searches about flights you may take. I would not buy this because you think you might take flights. I would do, like, I'm going to Orlando twice this year and once to North Carolina, and then go, like, run those searches and see if it makes sense. Because sometimes these really cheap flights, like, the flight itself will be, like, $10, and the taxes and fees are, like, $80. And it doesn't cover taxes and fees.
Right. Read the fine print, because we were looking at this for, I can't remember if it was Frontier or another.
It was Frontier, but it was only for a season. So that, it's a little different.
It was like a season, but it just comes down to the math and knowing what you want. So we had a friend that knew they were going to visit their grandma pretty regularly. Yep. So they're like, yeah, we know we're going to, flying this many times and it's going to be on these dates. It was one of those things where you could only book essentially
24 hours in advance.
Yeah, the day before, which wasn't a problem for them. So
because they're going to family.
It can be an awesome deal if you know what you're working with. But don't just look at that and be like, oh my God, I could fly whatever I want, however I want, all the time for a year. And it's like,
Because if that were the case, I would have bought it yesterday.
Yeah.
And so would everybody else. So just, look into it. But it is a good deal if you're going to use it. Some quick things, Aer Lingus has $100 off international flights to Ireland. So if that's on your bucket list, a good one. Qatar is $150 off economy, $350 off premium classes. Now, Qatar has been our favorite flight, I think, in economy. We flew like 14 hours with them in economy. It's like the most comfortable economy flight we've ever had.
Yeah, it was.
Food was very good.
Aside from like the size of the seat, it felt almost like business first class in economy.
Yeah, like the food was definitely the best I've had besides the business class flight. But I just mean like Qatar was super comfortable. So if that's something you're looking into. TAP, which is a budget airline out of Portugal, is also offering like $400 round trip to Europe, $450 to Africa, both from the U.S.
Ooh.
That is a real
Where
good.
in Africa?
I don't know. It just said
somewhere?
To Africa.
Africa's
it also said
big.
To Europe. So like we're talking continents here,
right.
know. There's probably one destination that it's offering, but still, like...
That's still pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
That's very cheap.
That is cheap. And honestly, like, if you can get to those places and then fly domestically, it's probably way cheaper.
To be fair, I will say, if, you might look at the a round trip to Europe for $400 and they're picking, like, a lesser-known destination. And unless
don't just count that either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, unless there's, like, oh, I really need to go to Barcelona or Rome or these... They're so packed with tourists that... And I mean, sure, there's value in going to some of these places that have been visited for a long time now. But I think it's really cool to go to other places in other countries that are trying to build up their tourism. Yeah. And there's not as many people there. You can have opportunity for way more authentic experiences and not dealing with like big tour buses all the time and all those other trappings.
We're going to talk more about this because we have an upcoming episode about our trip to Portugal and Spain for Christmas. But we went to Vigo, Spain, and honestly, it was like magical. There
was
were,
awesome.
I mean, people were so nice.
Could barely speak Spanish. Very few people spoke English.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter.
Yeah, people walked us through it. So nice. With the invention of Google Translate, like, honestly,
it's so easy.
It's so easy. There's, like, no excuse to not go somewhere.
You just got to be open to, like, interacting with people and patient.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. It was the best Christmas market I've ever been to.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And no one talks about it. So don't discount the little guys. We also, Southwest gift cards. This is a rumor, but I think it's actually been confirmed at this point. But they'll be available at Sam's Club for $100 off for $500. So it's like $399 for a $500 gift card. Which, I mean,
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Especially if you have like a family trip coming up or something, because that's not just $100 off a flight. You could buy multiple gift cards and like be good to go for Southwest for the year.
And it does seem like Southwest is most favorable if you have kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the free bags and things are the way to go. And then you get to board at a certain time. So we had a little bit of a whatever with Southwest. We can talk about that later. The in-flight was totally fine, though. The in-flight was great.
I really think Southwest, there's a bit of a game to be played with how you get seated, if you care where you sit.
Listen, I watched a comedy thing the other day, and a guy's phone went off, and he's like, you're thinking, like, why is my phone going off in the middle of my comedy thing? And he's like, you know why? Because tomorrow I leave, like, you know, wherever he was. He's like, on Southwest, and I will not give up my boarding group. He literally stopped his comedy routine. So that's the vibe. That's
kind of funny, actually.
But that's the vibe of Southwest. Is like, you don't miss your check-in, because then you're going to be like us and get stuck in C group.
It's not my favorite, but there are a lot of people who love it. So if it's for you, check out that deal.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
The last thing is there's a big, like, conglomerate's not really the right word, but it's a big website that kind of, like, puts all the different tours. So when I talk tours, like, I'm talking guided itinerary tours.
Oh, like when we did our tour to Stonehenge and everything?
Yeah, more like when we did it to Uganda.
Oh, okay, so like 14 days, 10
yeah,
days.
Exactly.
Package.
Like a tour, like, yeah, they take you to the places and everything.
Yep.
So it's called Tour Radar, and it's just like a big company that shows you a lot of different tours, like where they are.
So
They're
is
not
this like
running
the
them.
Trivago of tours or Expedia
Yeah, or like
tours?
Exactly, or a hotels.com or whatever. Yeah. So the company is like Intrepid, G Adventures, Exodus. These are giant tour companies. They're kind of all listed on this Tour Radar.
It's pretty cool.
It is cool, and they're having their Black Friday sale, or they're at least hosting the people who are having their Black Friday sales through them. And I found some crazy deals, and not even have to look very hard. So, for example, like 12 days in Vietnam by a gold-rated tour company, which is like all the highest reviews. Like many people have ranked them, and it was under $900 a person.
What? Why aren't we doing that now?
Literally, I was like, Bruce is gonna read this and be like,
seriously,
I'm
like
booking this.
That's the summer. Let's go.
Yeah, but I'm serious. Yeah.
Is Vietnam always like pretty warm? Is it just like rainy and dry? I'm just saying in my mind, I'm like, if we went to the summer, would it be really, really hot, or is it always kind of the same?
I don't know, actually.
I'll have to research.
Yeah. Then like a 10-day Christmas tour in Europe, 7 different countries for under $2,000 a person.
Dang. Wait, 7 different countries in 10 days in Europe?
Yeah, it's fast.
That seems faster than even we do.
Yeah, but I think they're really just going to Christmas markets. It's like a tour of Christmas.
Like a riverboat tour.
Yeah, right. I think it's something similar. Another one, another one is 10 days, Best of Southern New Zealand. Again, a tour for under $2,000 a person.
Does that include the flight? Probably not.
No.
I was like, the flight to New Zealand alone. Hey, still, that's really good though.
Yeah, I think it's really good for a fully like they're literally guiding you around these places. It's not just like your food and hotel.
You know, I gotta say, going back to like, what kind of travel are you, or not even what kind are you, but what kind of travel would you like to do?
Yeah.
You know, don't discount the different styles.
Yeah.
Because I know some people, you might want to spend some time and go slow. Mm-hmm. You might want to do a tour, and I really, if you find the right company, it can be so nice to get something in quick.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of these tour companies out there, they're not like the stereotype of what you think of with a packed bus and following the flag.
Some are.
Some definitely are.
And
so
definitely the
out.
cheaper you get, the more you're probably going to lean into that, which, you know, if you're just using it to get around, so be it.
It's up to you. It's just about knowing what the options are.
Yeah.
And don't discount something because you think the only option is like that 50-person tour bus with the flag.
Yes.
Because that's just not true.
And actually, speaking of that, if you really have like a bucket list destination in mind, and it's something like Uganda, Peru, Ecuador, trekking in Nepal, like these kind of off the beaten paths, we have some really great relationships with some like incredible tour guides in these different places, specifically those ones I just mentioned and a few others. So if you're like thinking you want to give the gift of travel, you're not sure you want to kind of risk it on a company you're not sure with, reach out to us, because we may have, especially if it's an off the beaten path type destination, we may have a person that we can push you in the right direction to, because they're like just some really incredible tour guides that we're going to talk more and more about in the podcast. But
if you've been thinking about it, or you know somebody that's like, man, they've wanted to do this forever. They wanted to go on a safari. They wanted to go see, different wildlife, Everest, go trekking, like at all different levels. Because I know, don't wait. It's the time to get a gift. And if you're into that, let us know. We've got some real good options for you.
Yeah. Some really good friends. So that's it for Black Friday. I think that the whole world right now is looking at experiences. After the whole COVID thing, I think people are a little more apt to be giving experiences as opposed to material goods.
I've definitely seen, even on like Facebook, social media, people posting like normalize those type of gifts.
Yeah, like I'm all for it.
Handmade gifts, experiences, travel. I think it's a great way to go.
Yeah, either get local homemade or go out and explore the world. That's what I think this year. That's the theme of 2023 Christmas.
That's a good theme.
Yeah. Anyways, I think it's going to be a really great year for travel. I'm really excited to see what 2024 brings. By all accounts, it looks like it won't be as crazy as 2023. Pent-up demand is down a little bit, which could be like a great kind of window to get in. So get those travel plans in now. Take advantage of those Black Friday deals. And if you do, you got to let us know.
Yeah, let us know. And if there's something that we missed out that you know about, you want to share, join the Facebook group.
Please do.
Please tell us.
Yeah. And everybody else. Right? So we're all a community over there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time.
See ya. Happy Thanksgiving.
Did you know that every time you book a Disney or Universal vacation, you're paying for a service that you may not even be using?
Really?
That's right. Travel agent costs are added to your Disney or Universal vacation, whether you use one or not.
So you're telling me that I'm paying for something even though I'm not getting the help?
You got it. So next time you want to book a theme park vacation, make your money work for you. By booking with Magic Pass Travel, you'll get our expertise and years of experience without paying any extra and while supporting a small business.
Check out our show notes to find our contact information.
Can't wait to help you plan your next adventure.